just reset for the video. Okay. Map 324. Luckily the timer isn't running here because I mismenued a bunch. Alright, let's kill the taxes. Let's do all the same stuff we just did, but with more stuff. Residents. Shouldn't need all those industrial zones, but like I said, we're just gonna get everything set up for the bank glitch. We absolutely need to hit city by 1901. Alright, can I stop with the mismenuing? I'd be in a lot better shape if I could. We're gonna throw in a fire department and a police department as well, just so they get off our ass about it. Alright, so now we should be good. That should develop a little bit better. I'm gonna do the diagonal thing, or the staggered build from before Crazar. I just didn't want to do it for this first like clump of stuff. I think staggering it was good for the bigger builds. This is totally fine for what we needed to do here. We're gonna hit city in a surprisingly quick time. I think it's a new city record, actually. Didn't I have like a 241 the other day? I feel like I did. I feel like that's a new city record. Which is kind of strange, but because I built more here than I did that time. But so now we're good because we hit city in 1900. I just wait till 1905, build the bank, underflow our money. Sweet. I didn't think that was actually gonna work. City 2. We improving records all day up in here. City 238. We're not gonna hit capital for a long time because we don't need to, for one, and we have to wait 5 years for 2. I always seem to accidentally like beat one of my older times unexpectedly. Like I was happy with the 243. 238's just even better. It's gravy. We weren't even going for it. Alright, let's look at our budgets. So I gotta figure this out. 359, okay. So by 1905 we want to still have at least like $500-ish, because then we can't pay the bank back. But we can still fund everything so we don't lose any progress. Something like that. Ow! Painful. I have to stretch. I'll do it off camera so you don't see anything. Except my arm. Ooh! Spoopy arm. So yeah, since we have probably a good 20 minutes before I have to do anything else in this game, let's do some AMAs. Let's have fun with it. Give you packages for Cabo San Lucas, Cancun, and the typical shit. You asked for a Middle East package, and they'd send you there for $3,800. That's funny. Shift this damn chair. This chair weighs like 100 pounds. Fucking scammers, dude. How do they work? I did 2 tours in Iraq, and I got paid to be there. These commercial zones are not building as quick as they did in the other one, which is not a huge deal, but oddly enough, nobody wants commercial zones. Like, who wants to spend money? Let's just work at the factory and have nothing to spend it on. Doesn't that sound like a great time? Crime is too damn high. Stockpiling? Just not spending money on anything? Well, your money has no value if you have nothing to buy with it. So maybe money is worthless in this town. There's like no commercial at all. This is crazy. They're just not developing. In the other one, we couldn't not get commercial zones. Like they built up like crazy. I kind of have to sit here and do nothing. So I move the cursor or like try and build stuff. Time in the game doesn't advance. So it's like I could build stuff now, but that just delays when we get the bank. Or I can wait for the bank, which just delays when we build stuff. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. Soviet SimCity, money buys you. Comrade. Hello, Comrade Krazar. How are you doing today? That's my most offensive Russian accent. I hope it was okay. If money is worthless, then why even work? Exactly. That's the whole point, Mollusk. That's like the whole point of socialism, right? You don't need money, so you don't have to work. And then the boomers will tell you society will fall apart, but I know it won't. I don't know how I know that, but I know it won't. Woo, 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 woo. I'm like never prepared for when that pops up. And suddenly, as you can see, we have a ton of commercial zones just developed for no reason. Like, I don't know why they weren't there before. I don't know why they're here now. There's 2 residential zones with like 1 house. Like, what? This game is broken. And industrial zones just disappear. Like, we're done. Industry is over. Let's pack it up and go home. Because all the people are producing things in the industries, but there's nowhere to sell the things that they're producing, so... I'll just sit back in the chair and relax a bit. This is a great speedrun, where you wait 20 minutes and hit A once in a while. Everybody should run this. No, the town, city, and even the capital runs are kind of fun because they're so quick, and you gotta like figure out how to do it quicker. we're not going fast here. That's just how it's gonna be. This run is slow on purpose. Get a lot of stretching in. It's relatively low stress though, and I like that. So get to hang out with awesome people and not play games for 20 minutes. So yeah, 1905, we'll drop under the money threshold, we'll get the bank. I guess we can do it at the end of 1904 actually, but we'll get the bank January 1905, we'll put it down, we'll take a loan, we'll spend a bunch of money. We'll have just enough to cover the budgets but not pay back the loan. SimCity 2000 SNES runs that no one does because it would take literally an hour. Like what? There might be a SNES-struction Derby in the future, so I need to like start planning for that for next year. And a Game Boy Ruction Derby? That doesn't really flow. I tried and failed. What is it, like you build everything and then you wait for an hour? That's my kind of run. Minus the whole hour part. If you can condense it to like 2.5 minutes, I might run it, but... I can't even menu properly in this game. Let alone a weird 3/4 isometric view SimCity. So yeah, 1904 will drop under 2 grand, so that 1905 hits and we trigger the bank, and life is good once we trigger the bank. Life will be very pleasant once we trigger the bank. Your mother needs more roads, game. Ow. That's karma. I hurt my leg. Since I anticipate that this is going to be a pretty long run, and apologies to Junkyard Dave if he's going to watch this entire thing, but I should figure out a good position to sit in for a while. This is going to take a bit. This will probably be the last run of the day. If we finish Metropolis, which we should, we'll call it at that point. Capital's 50k, so we need to basically do double of what we did for Capital, but if we just go ham and build everything, we should guarantee a Metropolis, theoretically. I'm gonna just build the entire map as best I can once we have the money for it. That's kind of the point here. Because we'll hit Metropolis, and we'll see what the time was, and we'll see if we think there's any potential that the thing will turn into a Megalopolis. I'm not expecting much in that regard, but... We're just spending money now to get under 2 grand. We're gonna be building these things anyway, so we might as well just do it. So now, at the end of this year, we'll get the bank. Get the train station out the way. Woo, 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 woo. So, transportation budget will be like a little bit more, so probably spend 400 bucks at the end of the year. And we build the bank to get the loan. Loan 10 grand. I'll just build 2 power plants up here or something just to get it done quick. And then we should still have enough money to cover the budget, but not the bank. think. There's also a chance that I do this and I completely blow it. Like, I spend too much or something and, like, I don't get the glitch. But so we're not quite in the clear just yet. Crime. Alright, I almost have to actually play the game again soon. I don't know what to do in the interim. I should open up more windows and do like CPU Jeopardy runs while we're doing this. That would be a train wreck, but it'd be a fun train wreck. I find a comfortable spot. It's safe for internet. I don't know if that's how that works. I don't think plugging your Ethernet cable through a condom is gonna really help you at all. Crime. Thank you, Manzig. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. We're in like the really boring wait part of the run. Because we have to wait till 1905 to even start what we're trying to do here. So it's a little bit of downtime. Right, it would just poke holes in it, yeah, probably. Once we get the glitch, though, we're gonna do a ton of building. Absolute shit ton of building. So it'll be fun in like 10 minutes. Alright, so 483. Should get the bank right now. Build the bank. Budget. I think we have to wait for it to get power. Oh, I have to wait for the how to loan thing, that's right. It's a time loss. Give me money. Thanks. Alright, so 483. We're gonna leave ourselves with less than $500. The easiest way to do that. Oops. We're gonna have to do this at some point anyway. Let's build 2 power plants. And we'll start some rails for the next next batch of buildings. I think I might have messed that up slightly. It's okay though. I think I spent the hair too much. It's okay, because we can defund the fire if we need to. Alright, so if I didn't screw this up, at the end of the year, not being able to pay back the bank is going to underflow our money to G million dollars. And that's when the run actually starts. The run truly starts like 25 minutes into this game. It's kind of dumb. But it is what it is. It's fun. Because the problem I had last time, the one time I did the bank glitch, earlier, it was like yesterday, I didn't leave myself enough funding, so like the roads were deteriorating for the entire year, and that would be terrible if that happened, so if we need to trigger the glitch, we'll defund the fire department, and we should still be fine. Hey Viala, happy Tuesday. How you doing? It's good to see you. We finished a really good capital run earlier in the stream. We're going to try and do a Metropolis run, which is 100,000 people. But we have to glitch our money first, because it's probably impossible to do it otherwise. I shouldn't say impossible, but it'll just take forever because you have to rely on tax dollars, and etc, etc. It's a speedrun, we ain't got time for that, so. I'm just stretching my leg. That's why I'm partly on cam. Tony, you bastard. Give me back my money. What's going on, Tony? Hope you're having a good Tuesday. How's the backlog been logging you? I don't know what I was going for with that sentence, but I don't think it worked. So, 1906, the run begins. And we're just gonna build donuts and intersperse police departments and shit. Just gonna build. Well, I'm sorry to hear that your Thursday's gonna be terrible. I know all about anxiety, believe me. You don't have to talk about Thursday if you don't want to, but I hope it goes well, better than you're expecting it to. I'm actually going to be starting Paxil tonight. I haven't been on an SSRI in a while, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it actually works and doesn't kill me. That'd be unfortunate. Alright, they defunded education, that's totally fine. And now in a second here, we're going to have $700,000. Blam. G $1 million. Alright, the run begins. Now I get to build forever. Let's do an industrial here. I'll alternate them. So, this is going to take a lot of time. I apologize. I'll try and catch up on chat as I can, but... Put a seaport there? Alright, let's do that. Gonna do what we can to build around lakes and stupid shit. So yeah, this is gonna take a lot of time, so apologies if I miss anything in the interim. Put a stadium in there, maybe. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea to get the stadium out of the way right there. Build. Oh, that's definitely not good. I'm sorry to hear that. Commercial. Let's not mess that up. This is gonna be Input Fest 2020. As we just continue building endlessly. Okay, they have power, you have power. Let's do this. We're near the end of the map anyway, so staggering the donut is not a big deal. As we go like 1 or 2 squares downward, we will... we'll be fine. Just build up zones 1 at a time, maybe. Like donuts 1 at a time, I should say. It's gonna just be a lot of fucking menuing. And the more I mess up, the worse this time gets. I just want to finish this run. I don't necessarily care if it's like a super good time. The staggered build might actually help a little bit too in some spots. We're gonna make as much use of the land that we have as we can. Back with mac and cheeses is? Sounds like a great lunch. Mac and cheese loads, exactly. So time, like, as I'm doing this, time will slowly advance, just because there's going to be times where I'm not pushing a button. So we might actually just randomly hit capital on the way. If I could stop doing this. I'm sorry to hear that, Ryan. That's really unfortunate. Alright, so we're gonna need an airport at some point too. We got a seaport that probably doesn't do anything, but... I don't even know if this is like the optimal strat for what I'm trying to do, but... That's really bad. Probably gonna get another train station soon. So I'm gonna build up all these zones. It's gonna take a while. But once I'm done building the zones, we're gonna start dispensing police departments all over the place. Alright, there's capital. So that's exciting. It's not like the most exciting thing, but... This does require a little bit of focus, so I do apologize if I miss any chat. Because I gotta just keep doing this for the next, like, stretch of time until we hit Metropolis. Which we could actually hit it on the way if we get lucky. Like, before I actually have everything built. You're the ones watching. That's true, Seaville. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Yeah, my condolences, Ryan. That's sad. We might actually be able to get to Metropolis without building out the whole map. Which sounds like a good idea. If I go through all of this, and I think I have a shot at Megalopolis, I will let it run even without the timer running. We can frame count it later. Let's frame count a 3-hour SimCity run, here we go. 1 frame. 2 frames? That's not a frame count. Curls, thank you for gifting a sub to Biala. Greatly appreciate that. Biala, welcome to the Magneteers. It's a Magnus fan for the new recruit. Yeah, we might actually have a pretty good Metropolis tonight. I feel like we're gonna hit it as I'm building. We're already at almost 70k. That's exciting.
Over 9,000!
Gonna help put asunder bad guys who like to loot and plunder.
You'll pay for this, Captain!
Magnus.
We're the
Magnus.
You can be one too, cause saving our
Magnus.
is the thing to do. Looting and polluting is not the way. Hear what Captain
Magnus.
has to say.
The magnet
Is yours.
No, that's where we put the airport. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. Beautiful. It's a really good spot to put it, I feel like. We're just gonna burn that so everything stays even. I feel like I'm getting close to Metropolis, I'm gonna stop building and let it get there. And then we'll just try and build out the rest of this and see if Megalopolis could actually happen. Like I said, it'll be weird because there won't be a timer, because I didn't set up the splits like that, and I don't want to redo the splits in the middle of the run, so... Crime. I'll work on that later. Start dropping in some PDs. Hey Pam. How's it going? I heard your kitty likes to burrow. That's what Mollusk said. I also have a kitty that likes to burrow. After this row, I'm gonna start dumping in some police departments randomly. Keep doing that. I know you don't need to connect the power lines more than once. It's like a habit. Okay. We'll build there in a minute. I want to start dropping in some police departments. Probably stagger them diagonally. Like this. We have more money than we can ever need, so... I don't even know if police departments help. I have not a clue. We're just gonna try and maximize the use of the land as much as we can here. I just feel like building another seaport, so we're gonna do that for the hell of it. Also put something down here. Alright, now we're actually gonna wait a minute, because we're gonna get to Metropolis very, very quickly. I want to hit that, and then we'll start working on the rest of it for Megalopolis. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the planes are gigantic. Alright, Metropolis is done.